Hey guys, welcome to Bow Hunting Soul. Today, going to do another quick little video on a little dish that we're going to make with some canned venison. If you remember a few episodes ago, I showed you how to can this venison. We did a video on it. And I said, well, you know, if you ever get, down the line where you come home late and you need to get a little bit, you don't have time to make food, you got this thing sitting on the shelf, grab it, put it in a saucepan, and put it over whatever you want. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Now, I know what you're thinking, that does not look very appetizing. I get it. Trust me, when I said before that this is like pot roast in a jar, it's just like that. What we're gonna do, just to kind of overview, we're gonna pop this, we're gonna put it in a saucepan, I'm gonna heat it up in a saucepan. I might add a little bit of water, and then put a little bit of, when I'm heating it up, and then put a little bit of gravy mix into it to make it a little bit thicker, kind of like a sauce. And then I'm actually going to put it over this thing. I actually like these. It's quinoa, brown rice. I like it. You can put it over white rice, but I can't stand white rice unless it's in sushi, in which case I can eat it all night. But I don't see the point of white rice. I really don't. So anyway, over this, you could do it over egg noodles. Over egg noodles is really, really good. I was actually going to do that, but we don't have any. We made stroganoff a few days ago. But you can actually make venison stroganoff with that thing too. Whatever you want to do. This is going to become shredded. So I'm going to show you how to check for freshness, and then I'm going to heat it up, do it, and I'll show you the finished product. So remember what I said. This is the screw band, and this is actually the lid, right? This is actually the lid. This is sealed. As long as this hasn't popped up, excuse my ugly writing there, I think it says 1018 venison. So what I do is I take a knife, so you shouldn't be able to push up on that. I'm pushing pretty hard, and it shouldn't pop. The seal shouldn't pop. If it does, then I don't think I'd eat it. I'd count it as a loss. But I actually take it like this, and I kind of get my knife in between the threads of the jar, and then kind of listen. Okay, did you hear that kind of sucking, that sucking sound? Well, that means that the seal is good. So we're going to take that, we're just going to dump this into the saucepan. All kinds of appealing sounds that it makes. And this is just going to heat up. And depending on how much sauce you want, and how, if you want to make a gravy with it or whatever, well, that's up to you. I'm going to add just a little bit of water. You can add stock. Doing about a half a jar of this water. Maybe not even a quarter. And then that's just going to heat up. It's going to heat up until it starts to, to simmer and bubble a little bit. I'm going to break up the chunks in there that have, because we cubed them. I'm going to break up the chunks in there a little bit to kind of shred it a little bit and mix it up. And then when it gets up to temperature, then I'm going to add in maybe just a teaspoon of gravy. I don't care if you use mushroom gravy, brown gravy. I don't care. Remember, we didn't season this. I didn't actually put salt in this thing because I didn't know what I was going to be serving it with. Now, any of those seasoning packets that you decide to put on top of this, they're going to have sodium. It's probably going to be like one of the main ingredients, and you don't want to have it overly salty. So this thing's going to heat up. This stuff is like 90 seconds in the microwave. I'll have a link to this stuff below. Actually, it's really, really good. You can get it by the case, and it's really flavorful. I really, really like this stuff. So if you look in the link below in the description, I'll have an Amazon link to this stuff. So let me heat all this stuff up. I'll show you what I do with the gravy, and I'll show you the finished product. So stick with me. All right, guys. So here's what that looks like. I've got it kind of thickened up a little bit. Actually, ended up putting a little bit too much water in, but that's okay. So we're going to take some of this. Show you that. Put it on a big plate so you can actually see what's going on there. But again, you can substitute the rice for, white rice, egg noodles, whatever you really want to do. And like I said, you can add more. You can add more or less. And as always, I like a dollop or more of sour cream. Now, tell me that doesn't look good compared to that yucky jar or the yucky looking jar that it comes in. Don't be fooled by the jar. Don't be fooled by, you know, what it looks like. That stuff is like really, really good. And, you know, with all the little breaks and feeding my daughter, actually taking a little bit of a break for that. I mean, this took all of literally 7 minutes. Pulled it off the shelf, heated it up, put it on here, 90 seconds for the rice, and we're done. So I've got plenty more jars. Well, not plenty, you can never have enough, but I got more jars downstairs, and it's going to be, you know, like I said, those evenings when you come home and you just you ran out of time, you didn't pull out stuff for dinner, or everyone's kind of on their own. This is my go-to. It's really, really good. So anyway, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna eat dinner with my daughter, and we're gonna enjoy. Well, she's having tacos, but I'm sure she'll have some of this stuff too. So anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. And if you guys got any recipes for, you know, anything that you like to do with venison that's not the normal common, you know, I cut it up into steaks and put it on a grill, tell me. I'd like to know about it. I'd like to try it. It's I like trying this kind of stuff, and I hope you'll try it too. So appreciate you tuning in. Thanks.